I have been waiting for you, my friends. All preparations have been completed, and my ship awaits its passengers. Shall we depart without further delay?
After you, my shelled friend.
If you insist. With me, everyone, the Ruby Sea awaits.
Othard, the Ruby Sea.
Introducing Stormblood's favorite animation.
Map.
Right?
We literally just moved like 2 inches on the map. Was that zoom out really necessary?
Oh, it's incredibly. You can't just imagine how far that is, you know? It's not like they were showing us on the map earlier where we were going.
I remember the water, how it turned crimson in the morning sun. A shimmering sea of rubies, stretching from horizon to horizon. You could almost believe it went on forever. But beyond that red expanse lay a land in turmoil. On the shores of Othard, our Doman brothers struggled in vain.
That's a very tall tower. You see that over there?
Yeah. Little, like, spiky deal.
Yeah. Just goes all the way. What even is that?
No idea. Looks like an art piece.
It could be one of those dungeons.
I have some hunts over here.
Oh, hunts.
How wide and beautiful she is, the Ruby Sea, filled with promise and adventure and treasures, many wonderful treasures.
One does not simply cross the Ruby Sea, as Soroban well knows.
Now, in order to reach the shores of Othard, you will need to cross the resplendent waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. To set forth without making necessary preparations is to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel and your life should you resist. But this fate can be avoided by paying the Ruby tithe, thereby earning you the blessing of the pirate lords. So let us go and greet them. Our destination is our isle to the west.
That doesn't look very far to me, Green. Green, why don't we jump in and swim for it? I've had my fill of boats.
An excellent idea. I think you shall find the water to your liking. I will use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the isle.
Right, this should be easy, and a good way to loosen up before the next fight, whenever it comes. 20 gil says I beat you there.
Not bad, we'll call the draw. Ah, there you are. I trust you enjoyed yourselves. Follow me, my friends. The one with whom we must speak is a man named Tansui.
Oh, even your chocobo leaves footprints in the sand.
That's a cute detail. Oh, Jesus, Elise.
That means, that means some pirates have been known to say things like "R," but surely pirates have on the opposite side of the world use different expressions, air or perhaps. I feel you have the advantage of me. Most honorable and esteemed Green Slime, I am Tansui, a humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in the company of the Shellback, we presume we have business to discuss. You wish to pay the ruby tithe, yes, with your guild, perhaps? It is just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days.
I would pay for their passage to Othard. Does this sum meet with your satisfaction?
The sea has been quite tempestuous of late. Cannot say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely, unless you tripled it.
Do you take me for a fool? I know the price as do all.
Alas, we live in interesting times. As you came from Kugane, I should think need not tell you that. And the shadow of war looms. The wise and the cautious shirk our waters and our custom, and the foolhardy sharpen their knives in anticipation. Meaning... Sir, you got to come quickly. Bastards are at it again. Try to convince us to stop, but they weren't having it. Very well, I will be there shortly. A proposition. Your comment strike me as a worthwhile investment. I would not hear men name me a cat before Koban, so I shall consider their tithe paid, not for what they've done, but for what I expect they will do. I like that he's willing to try and survive his own journey if he's not paid enough. Yeah. Pirates. I'm not sure what to make of that man, but at least the matter of our tithe is settled. For now. What was that he and the other pirate were talking about? Maybe we ought to go and have a look. Ooh, NPCs. I think a Tonberry is the Final Fantasy Leora Jenkins. I mean, that's not incorrect.
Oh, more of the crabbies.
I'm gonna guess those are the red Kojin.
Gentlemen, I'm told you were most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Spare me your concern, pirate. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us. You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent, and the acting viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats. Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own. Be that as it may, our
God
all
damn it.
while
Accidentally
our
pressed it.
friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
Captain. Be that as it may, our livelihood is under threat, and the captain will need to decide soon whether we ought to go down in the blaze of glory or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. That, my friends, is how you get trenchfoot. I don't know what trenchfoot is. Also, no, it's Garlean, not Gallian. This has way too much water to be France. What is trenchfoot? I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's when feet are immersed in water for a long period of time.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Let's hope our shoes are waterproof.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds!
I'm wearing boots.
Let's
She
hope they're
must be
waterproof.
stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put us here at once!
I wonder if
Tell the
getting
others that these
trench
ones are
foot is a
paid.
problem in
We all
Onsen.
have places to be.
I'm sorry?
I wonder if trench foot is a problem at Onsens.
I mean, depends on how long you're immersing them in, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But they often have foot baths, and you can just stay there all day. It's so comfy.
Maybe the temperature makes a difference.
Probably makes it faster.
Care who you're fighting.
I'm not. They're just after me.
Uh-huh.
They just like me.
What are we waiting for? Come, come! Soroban cannot have gone far. Though, now that I think on it, it is passing strange that he left without warning. Perhaps he did not wish to be seen by his Kojin brethren? I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nevertheless, it may be prudent to return to his ship, or at least to the Confederate encampment. Waterproof shoes just hold their water longer.
Seems it's an Aether Current class.
Ooh. Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by my red brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiances as a whole. You understand? Kami be praised.
Too often our shell is quick to judge all Kojin for the deeds of one. Right then, now that our business with Tansui is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear.
Soroban is in high spirits.
I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now.
Oh, we should probably go to an aetheryte and attune to it before we leave.
Oh yeah, probably.
Besides, there's the To Bend with the Wind quest.
Yeah.
That reminds me, Green. Would you be so kind as to inform the
Percy
Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, the less likely we are to be mistaken for another vessel by their comrades.
Ah, yeah, one of the agent from the beach. Leaving us already? No need to pay the tithe, like Tansui said. On the other hand, if you were to peruse our wares and find anything to your liking, we should be glad to sell it to you for a fair price.
Oh.
You have spoken with the Confederates up above, then. Excellent.
Oh my god.
If you are ready to depart, may do so at any time.
I'm gonna cry.
What happened?
You'll see why.
Okay.
You'll see why.
And let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Isari.
Wait, Tansui said that the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Should Isari chance to be the village in question, we could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore some distance away.
Very well. I know just the place.
I worry about your reaction.
Look at your map.
Oh. Well, actually, this isn't so bad. We...
Ow!
I mean, this isn't that bad. Like, we got the... we got
We just went in circles.
And it would have been silly to try to swim all the way here, at least this time.
Please say what?
They know that someone definitely have.
Here we are. I am reasonably certain that none bore witness to our approach. And with this, I believe I have fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Soroban. Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best, and hope that we shall meet again.
Sagely nod. So we finally arrived in Othod. All we need to do now is, liberate Doma. Ah, yes, that. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor. The element of surprise. Unlike in Girabania, the Imperials don't know we're here. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect the Doman Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit. But before all that, we need to see if this is the fishing village Tansui was talking about.
It may as well be. I smell ceruleum on the breeze.
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
Filth and squalor everywhere I look. How very Doma. What I wouldn't do for a drink. Come now! You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember? 'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You're free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Kojin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word.
This is really poorly written.
Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
Of course it's a Ninja Turtle, Jesus. Can't believe you need to ask, God.
I have a family.
I'm kidding around.
Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
I don't think that's not the most appropriate of banters during a serious moment, I think. Oof.
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have
Wonder what his
that.
defense level is.
I'm sorry?
I'm just replying to Sefka.
Ah.
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to...
It's a flintlock. You need to reload it.
This is true.
Actually, sir, this is an anime.
Can't. Not now.
He's right. They would simply take the villagers hostage.
You chose the opposite response of me.
Oh. But yeah, to answer your question, no, they're not Ninja Turtles. They're actually a local Beastman tribe called the Kojin, who look suspiciously like Ninja Turtles. Made by Smith & Wendy's. I am not familiar with firearms.
So Smith and Wesson is
We
a
must
brand
consider the
of
wider picture. If we act recklessly,
firearms.
we risk alerting the Guardians
Smith
to
and
our
Wendy's, I
presence here, making it
assume
that
they
much harder for us
mean
to work with the local
like all the
rebels.
cartoons
To say
Wendy's
nothing
does.
of the
I'm not
reprisals
sure.
ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Maybe.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
I think it's slightly different to
Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where
Recht it,
you
you know?
stand?
We live and
So
die
this is
at
a
the pleasure of the
Wendy's is
kami.
more of,
My fate is
you
in their
know,
hands and no others.
I don't give a
If it
shit what
be
you're
of any
talking
comfort,
about.
I
You're in
am
the
no
wrong
stranger
place.
to chains.
I like what you have to
You
say. I
can't
like the
expect
cut
us
of
to
your
stand
chin.
idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come
Jibs
to
are
that, but
also
only the
important in
gods know
sailing
how we're
unless
going to
cut.
get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
I don't understand nautical puns, I'm sorry.
It's part of the mast.
Ah.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place.
Oh, I
must
would.
go.
Oh, imagine it needs to be cut into shape.
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now.
Man, my arm is
This
just
is a
covered in
surprise.
little nicks and scratches from the reason I couldn't sleep last night. Paco biting me, grabbing me with his claws, begging for more pets.
Your cats are very aggressive.
Okay, that's just Ponko.
Your cat is
Yeah.
very aggressive.
Yeah, he doesn't know better.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now! And I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him.
I accidentally hit the button. Bring him to the tavern.
I did. He looked like a little loaf of bread. So I had to. It was adorable. Since, though, his fur has grown out, like, he was already a fluffy cat, but his fur has grown out, like, 4 or 5 inches more. So now he doesn't look like a loaf of bread anymore. He looks so scruffy and fluffy.
I hate it as much as you, or maybe even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but what's
that
done
was
is done.
one of the names I was considering, Churro.
But what's
I
done
mean-
is done. Gotetsu's gamble has gifted us the time we need to find a solution. He bade us to seek aid at the distant tower, yes? For want of a better idea, I say we do just that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. We seem to have evaded the patrol so far. What is that tower, anyway? I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, we were wondering the same.
According to my map, we are in Onokoro, and the tower is known as Heaven on High. A mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Whose hair? Lisa's or Alice's?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Oh god,
I mean,
this-
at least it's the same as Alphanauts.
that is true. Oh gods, listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Alfie Node. Next thing you know, I'll be saying things like, as you are doubtlessly aware. Over there! Do you see it? Doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. Can't see a single stray arrow. Oh, someone's hungry. Wait, that wasn't either of you two, was it? Calm down, we had nothing to do with... Wait, what am I doing? They can't possibly understand us. Probably not, no. Time to run, Lise. We save our strength and give that chase. You too, Green. Why did you pull your weapon out? Whew, that went better than expected. World of Warcraft, I only had 12 buttons on screen. That's why they said I was the best person ever. Huh. I guess World of Warcraft doesn't really have that much buttons, does it? I wouldn't know.
I'm surprised to hear anyone say a compliment within World of Warcraft.
You know what? That is a fair point. Low standards.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, fucking the meta is to ruin the graphics, isn't it?
I'm sorry, what?
My understanding is the meta of World of Warcraft involves lowering the graphics in various ways to make things easier to see or to change how many frames per second you got for your combat, things like that. So you don't actually see the game as it was designed to be seen.
Ah, that makes sense.
It looks like shit.
Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. What a fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people at the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to, sharing an island with these things. Now all we need to do is convince them to help us. Yeah, that's true. Everyone loves heals for Dungeons and Raid, but no one wants to help them. Oddly enough, Final Fantasy, I think it's on the better side of that, I think.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy is super fucking nice to everyone.
Oh yeah. Oh! There's a settlement here, and they got their own aetherite. Yeah, we know. Wait a minute. I've seen that standard before. It was when we met with Tansui, which means this place belongs to... Oh. Miserable raising a healer, you basically got from level 1 to maximum level entire on your... Oh, that doesn't sound nice.
That's disgusting.
It would seem we have found the Confederate settlement. Perhaps it may have been the headquarters, judging by the size of the place. So Gosetsu bade us seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor. The self-same Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose the Empire. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they're unlikely to ask us for the tithe.
That's awesome of you to have made a guild for just the healers. I'm really glad that I ran into Final Fantasy. I had played World of Warcraft on the trial a long time ago when I was a kid, before Activision Blizzard with the thing. It was just Blizzard. But yeah, just the community in the game, I just couldn't.
Yeah. What wing brings you here out of all places? We're not bound for Othar Schultz. I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject. No? What do you want, a second opinion? Very well. Come with me. I'll take you to the captain, Rasho. Just like that, an audience with their leader? How very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people, and this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting they showed me in Revenant's Toll. That's not gonna end well. Greetings, you must be Rasha, leader of the Confederacy, and so on. I realize this is all a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh gods, I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry, and so I'm going to stop talking now. Men who revere manners and tradition can be found the world over, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. Gosetsu, former leader of the rebellion. I know of him. Why he bade you to petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. Well, he's a Rogadin, so they tend to be very muscly. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to a defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Isari? The Guardians have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you are capable warriors, yes? With guile and preparations, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence here remains secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Guardians declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality. If you would excuse us.
Yeah, I've lost my pretense too. I can't remember where I put it.
Probably in the other pair of pants. It's always in the other pair of pants.
Or the laundry ate it.
Or that. Hey, Queen. I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give on them yet. Gosetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince him to help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we're of the same mind. 'Tis little wonder they refuse. We have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we will know how to earn their trust.
You know, how dare I, as the guest on your show?
Yes, how dare you.
This is what you get when you don't pay me.
Oh no, what have I done?
Right? Jesus.
Jesus doesn't exist here.
Okay, well, Heidelin then.
Alright, well, Heidelin is more like a god, isn't he?
Some people say that Jesus and God are the same, some people say they're different.
Yeah, that makes sense. It doesn't, but I guess.
It being a trinity makes more sense to me, but that could also be my bias, having been raised on that.
Does that make me Infilia Jesus Christ?
Make you a what of Jesus Christ?
Make him Infilia?
Actually, I think I could. I think that very well could be the case.
Taking an interest in the ship? Good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time, she was a beauty. The Confederacy favored flotillas as smaller ships to capture and board errant vessels. Larger ones, like the Sekibune, only take part in major engagements. Not that we had any others lately, what with those Imperial bastards throwing their weight around. But once for them, well, no use moaning about what you can't change, eh? A number of crates and barrels have been stored here. On closer inspection, however, most are empty. Had a good look around. We just need to wait for lease. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. It's just as Tansui said. They have no intention of standing up to Yotsuyu. I don't know if you got a different impression. I think the situation's coming to a head. I agree. It's obvious that they are struggling to survive and that they blame the Imperials for the recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later. And deep down, they all know it. The only thing holding them back at the moment is a belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. So we need to prove them that we're not all talk, that we can be valuable allies in the fight.
Returned.
Welcome back.
Seems I got good timing.
And what better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them expert assistance? Wouldn't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that. And you know it won't be the last. I'll look around the western end of Onokoro. You to take the east. Good luck!